Neito Monoma, this guy is the guy that we're going to be talking about today. As of right now, this date as it stands, currently, I have not watched Season 6 yet. That shouldn't matter. I'm waiting to move on to Season 6 with someone, so I have only watched Season 5. It probably does not matter. Although, I think anyone can make the argument, since I'm not reading the manga at any point in the show that I choose to do my little evaluation of him, it'll only ever be half-baked because I haven't read ahead in the books. So if I have only seen up to Season 2, like, yeah, I haven't watched up to Season 6, but I also haven't read ahead past Season 6 in the book, so no matter what, there's not really a good part to do this evaluation other than the end, and who knows when that'll be. So why don't I like this character? I think part of it is just I don't like watching someone who could be so cool with so much potential have all that potential absolutely wasted, and I'm talking like shit-face wasted, like 9 Four Locos wasted. That's 36 Locos. Watching Monoma on screen is like eating at a Waffle House, but you have an IHOP menu in your hand, right? You see how good it could be, and then you serve hot garbage, or in Waffle House's case, it's probably not even hot. Sorry for all the Waffle House stands out there, there's probably at least one of you. This could just be written off as a joke, right? Ha 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 ha. But the problem is, the story itself pushes this idea on you, that Class 1A and 1B are pretty equal. The first half of Season 5 is literally the classes going against each other, and Vlad, famously voiced by Adam Sandler, says that the classes are basically equal. And sure, this could be a little bit of biased commentary, but at a certain point in the show, either him or one of the other teachers is genuine when they're saying that Class 1A and 1B are pretty close. Just because while Class 1A should have been in class, you know, they're getting attempted murder out here. And that while they're doing that, Class 1B is genuinely hitting the books. And sure, that might not carry the exact same weight. They don't learn the exact same thing. But while Class 1A is getting distracted, Class 1B is genuinely going through the actual process they need to go through to become heroes. So with those in mind, the classes might have learned in different ways. One through abstract, going and getting their asses kicked and hand stabbed, and Class 1B getting pencil cramps or whatever, but they are equal. So if they are supposed to be equal, right, at least relatively so, even the third match was played to a draw. The entire conclusion of that arc, they were fighting to draw. So if that, because that's the most that Class 1B could do, but if that is the case, right, that they are pushing, if that's what they're pushing, right, like salt and pepper, I'll push it, why would they make the figurehead, the undeniable figurehead, he's practically the MC, right? He's practically the protagonist of Class 1B. Why would they make him such a nincompoop? Damn, I might have to censor nincompoop, I ain't even gonna lie. But the worst part is that this choice is by design, right? Like, it is purposeful that they make his character super annoying. That's why they have to have the teammate, I'm so upset that I can't remember her name right now, but Hot Big Hand Bitch, she has to come wacha and knock him out, because that's the joke. They had the choice to make him cool, and they said, nah, let's make him overly obnoxious, so to the point where he has to get knocked out. And we'll do that minimum of 50 times throughout the show? Sounds cool. I think we can all agree that if Monoma was a genuinely more confident, reserved character, that the ending of that arc, and at least leading up to that final match, it'd be a lot more better, to use incorrect grammar. It'd just be a lot cooler. The tension would rise a little bit. Think about when we were first introduced to Monoma, right? When he first just completely hit Bakugo in the face, and then just Kirishima's head to get his powers, and they're like, what the fuck? He has my powers, how is this? Right? He was pretty cool. That was the first time he ever shown it. He was ever shown. And how was he? He was calm. He was reserved. He was cocky and confident, but at that point, it was well deserved. Now, it's just annoying at this point, and I think that match would have been cooler if he had kept that same calm reserve. He's like, no, we're gonna win, right? Not to be like, we're gonna win. Because let's be honest, right? Did you honestly think the guy who just went, and got knocked out was the one who's gonna win the whole thing for the fucking team? No, you're like, this asshole is gonna be the first one in jail. And what a surprise, he was. Now, don't get it twisted, bob it or pull it, right? Being cocky is not bad, and that's not why I dislike him. You know, think about characters like Vegeta, Byakuya, or Bakugo, right? These characters are cocky, and that's like their whole thing. They wear that shit like a badge of honor. They're so cocky that horses cower in fear. And I love characters like that. I love those types of characters. So why don't I like Monoma? What's the main difference between them and Monoma? And it's pretty simple. If you're going to be a cocky character, right, the only thing you have to do to make yourself actually deserving of being that cocky status, right? To be able to back that shit up. Back that shit up. Monoma can't. He's cocky, but he always loses. I don't think I've seen this character win once on stage, or probably at all in his life. You have to be able to back that shit up. Whether you're slinging booty or replacing your hard drive, back that shit up. Let's take a break and look at the outfit, right? Because that's the big thing with these characters. I don't mind the whole tuxedo, Bugs Bunny tuxedo vibe. It's pretty snazzy. But there's a couple part of his outfits that I don't really like, mainly being the watches on the belt. I think it's cool. A+ for snazziness, right? Snaz is right up there. A+. Problem being, in terms of actually battling with it, that seems pretty counterproductive, right? It seems pretty disadvantageous to display when your quirk runs out to your opponent. And funny enough, it's easier for them to read than him. It only helps his opponent. They'll be like, oh fuck, he has my quirk. Alright, now I'm gonna kick your ass. See, it doesn't make that much sense. Him being so much cooler, now I mean like cool as in cool as in level-headed, genuine, a little bit stronger, had one win at least. Class 1B as a whole would just be so much better. It would look so much better. They'd actually be the counterpart to 1A, not just the class that everyone forgot about. But until that comes, and I doubt that day ever will, I will continue hating on him. And if he ever does become cool again, I'll make another video. Probably with much of the same jokes. But that is all. Subscribe. This is my first video since I've adjusted my career path to the point where I have time to do this now, and hopefully we keep picking it up. I'll probably do a Danganronpa character next. We'll see. Leave a comment of what character you'd want to see me do a review on, and yeah. Bye.